Good day. So how bad can cheap stuff actually be? Is it good enough or whatever? We got some Black & Decker stuff. I've had some like weed whipper for quite a while. It's held up very well. I recently got the little electric chainsaw and the little hedge trimmer. I just kind of kept with Black & Decker because the batteries are all the same and I wanted to stay on the same system. I just wonder, has anyone actually reviewed these? I don't know, I'm too lazy to look, but I'm in the mood for videos, so I'm going to do this. How bad can the cheap stuff actually be? Okay, we'll start with the weed whipper here. This I've had, like I said, for about 10 years. It's held up remarkably well. I've had to change the batteries because they do get weak after a while. All the batteries are the same on all they're a 20-volt lithium ion. They're all the same in every single tool. So I could take the battery out of this guy, put it in the other tools, keep going. So because these tools all came with, can't get around there. There we go. Pretty standard fare. This weed whipper has an adjustable handle here. So you simply press in the little lock mechanism. You can change the angle of this handle whichever way is comfortable for you. It also extends. If you unlock this little collar, the head rotates for doing edging work, but also this will collapse in. So you can go up, down, change the length, or for storage. I leave it out the full length because, you know, I'm tall enough that that works for me. I really don't have any complaints about this thing. It is like a light duty thing. I just have a yard in town. It's a double sized lot. I do have a bunch of bush. I have some hedges. I have some trees. Branches need trimming. And so that's kind of why I went with the Black & Decker stuff. It was very affordable for what we have. If you have an acreage, this is probably underpowered. But for in town, so far I don't have any complaints about the weed whipper. It's held up remarkably well. Okay, let's look at the hedge trimmer. Hedge trimmer, nothing fancy. This is an 18-inch. So if you want longer ones, they tend to go up in price quite a bit for other brands. This is good enough for what I do. Like, I have to go at the hedges from each side, but from the length of this blade, if I come at it from each side, between my arms and the length of this, I can get the entire top of the hedge, and it's a pretty full-grown hedge. So I have no problems there. Again, same battery, just click the button, slides out. Clicks into place, very simple. This came with a battery, and I think this was about $100 or so. I bought this at Menards in the States actually, but it came with its own battery and its own charger, and I figured the battery's worth $50. So even if this wasn't very good, hey, I get another battery and charger for my weed whipper and my other stuff anyways. So I bought one because I was tired of the manual clippers and they were kind of shot anyways. This is very nice. No cord, walk around. And for the price, really, again, no complaints. You are limited to how big you're going to be able to chop. Like, this thing will get stuck on the bigger sticks. Like, if you get anything the size of your pinky, yeah, probably not gonna chop it very well. But other than big stuff that really you should probably use like pruning shears or something on, this does a really good job. So again, no complaints. The only, well, maybe one. This little handle nub on the front here for grabbing, I wish it was more like a loop like my weed whipper has. This little nubby thing, it's, I don't know, just preference. I don't like it as much as having a handle loop that I can grab around with a grip and close my fingers around. Everything else though is very comfortable. Okay, little chainsaw. So how long is this thing? This thing is only about a 10-inch, and some of it, they measure even the part that's included inside the saw. So this is a little bit less than 10-inch of exposed cutting surface. But again, same thing. The theme with the Black & Decker stuff seems to be not super heavy duty, but decent value for the money. This one has an adjustable toolless tensioner, so you just loosen this guy off. You can tighten this guy here, lock it back into place. No tools to tighten the chain at all. No problem there. Same thing, batteries, same exact battery, just click, slide, click into place system. No problem at all. It's got a little brake stop guy here. It's stiff, but kind of give your hand a little bit of a guard. They all have a little safety release mechanism of some sort, so if you pick it up, you can't accidentally engage the tool. That's the same for all the Black & Decker stuff. I think it's pretty standard for everything nowadays. It does take some chain oil, so there's a little bit of oil in here. Otherwise, she's purely electric. And again, like I've cut through stuff that's actually like about, you know, a span of a hand wide. It took a bit, you know, but it was a small tree that I wanted to chop up the, chop down a little short tree, but it was you know, fairly wide. This got through it eventually. That's probably its limit. You don't want to go, like, you're not going to be falling trees like on a regular basis. This thing is good at limbing off branches that are a bit too big for the loppers, and you don't want to use a handsaw. This is your go-to right here. No fussing around with the motor, electric, just grab and go. I want to say the chainsaw was on sale for about 150 bucks or something like that, or maybe 200 bucks. That's kind of why I bought it, again, because it's on the same battery system. And again, it came with its own battery and charger. So now I end up with, I had a couple of batteries I replaced with a weed whipper already. And then the hedge trimmer came with one, and the chainsaw came with one, and they each had a charger. So now I got 3 chargers and like 5 batteries. So I always got these 3 have a battery in them, and 2 more are always on the chargers ready to go. So the system works good. And not many tools nowadays you can buy with the batteries and the chargers included in the tool and the base price. So for like 150 bucks or $200 for a little saw, not bad. You know, the battery is going to cost you 50 bucks or so. So again, even if it wasn't like the most used tool I have, it's worth it for me just to have another battery kicking around. So final thoughts, how bad is the cheap stuff? For me, this cheap stuff, not actually that bad. Does what I want it to do, and like I said, the weed whipper has lasted at least 10 years. Another point too, they've stuck with the same battery style for 10 years. I like that. I like that they're not, you know, every 5 years they change styles and you got to repurchase all your stuff or whatever. So I know it's not going to be the high performance, it's not going to be what some people like, but I don't know, for in town or a small property, it's enough to get me by. I have no complaints. Beats the heck out of doing everything by hand, like with the hedge trimmers and stuff, and using hand saws. It's way better. So for the money, if you don't want to invest a ton of stuff, I wouldn't shy away from Black & Decker. It's surprisingly okay. You know, yeah, Milwaukee's going to have a way bigger bar in the chainsaw, way more power. Yeah, but you're also going to pay probably $500 or $600 for that. So, you know, take your money and make your decision. Anyway, I hope this review helped. If you liked it, hit a subscribe. It helps out the channel. And have a good day.